Of course, we are going to talk about 3 keys to taking your brand viral on social media and how you can unlock some of the best content with just a flip of a switch on the way you're thinking. So my name is Melanie Greenough. I'm the CEO and founder of She's Creating an Empire, and we are dedicated to helping women build a business, brand, and bank account that they love. So with me today, we have Miss Shanda Wright, who is our senior coach. She has been a client first with She's Creating an Empire for 5 years. She was an Inner Circle member. She's been a Momentum Group member. She's gone on the journey of going from, the cubicle, the beige 9 to 5 cubicle. Some of you know her story, some of you don't. But the reality is that when she started, she never had done a live. She had to do a scrub on her social media to get rid of stuff that shouldn't have been there. She didn't know what building a brand or any of that meant. And I wanted her to be here today with you to share the journey, right? Because I think what happens a lot of times is you see people who have these massive social media followings. Like we have like 85,000 followers across the social media platforms now. And that, can seem like, oh, well, it's always been that way, or maybe it was easy or whatever. But I want you to know that there's a formula to building long-term in social media. And that what often happens is we give up way too early. So I asked Shannon to be on tonight to just do a kind of an interview style. We're going to give you the 3 keys. We're going to walk through it. And key number 1, of course, is staying the course, knowing that it is a marathon, not a sprint. To build a personal brand online, it actually is creating authority in the market. And when you are creating authority, you have to be there long enough for people to trust you. So don't think that it's going to happen in even, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. No, this is a process. But if you're building a business, if you're becoming an influencer, if you're doing these things, your business is a marathon. It's not a sprint either, right? So, right, I still have coaches today. Shanda knows I just hired a very prominent coach, and it costs a lot of money. And I invest in my personal development is my number 1 investment. And, it's funny because Shanda was on our coach huddle today. It was our Financial Fitness Academy. And she said her number 1 investment is personal development, right? So, if you're a note taker, that's one thing to write down as far as making money, is that it is a long-term investment and you are your best investment. So Shanda, I would love for you to kind of share like where were you at with social media? Like where were you, 9 to 5, beige cubicle, kind of maxed out at the top of your job, not loving your life. What was social media to you at that time? And talk about that first year or 2 of shifting away from that.
Yes, I love it. Well, let's get some love for Melanie in the chat, because every time she volunteers her time or gets in front of us, I'm just like, oh, I still can't get enough of it. So let's get some love in the chat. And thank you, Melanie, for having me here. So social media for me is something I avoided. I avoided it completely. And then my boss made me get Facebook. And then he micromanaged my Facebook, because that was just, that was on theme for the job at the time. And so it truly was, I guess, a necessary evil, if that makes sense. But I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know who I was to show up there. I felt like it was just a corporate representation. And so I was kind of doing what they thought I should, if that makes sense. And I found it really uncomfortable, because it's like, my friends are on there, my family's on there, now clients are on there. I'm getting in trouble for liking the wrong things. I don't really know how it works, but really, I just basically thought it was a pain in the butt.
I remember. And then, so we start working together, and I'm like, okay, you need to go do a live. She's like, but how do I do a live and not dishonor my job and still promote? Because you understand, when Shanda started building her brand, she had big dreams, big goals. She wanted to be able to move away from her job, meaning like, work and build something on the side that would replace that income, which she has done. Congratulations, by the way. That is a massive win. It's very cool. And I love to see when our clients do that. Now she's helping clients all over the world do the same thing. So here's the reality. You know, she was moving away from something while moving towards her dream life. And in the process felt I remember you feeling very like, well, what if I do this and they don't like it? And so we had to come up with a brand strategy, which, guys, that's key number 2, a brand strategy that would allow for her to excel at her job, have her brand strategy support her in her job, created, an expert. So she was the expert, right, in her niche at her job, while building an umbrella that made her also the expert on her side hustle. And so I remember, you guys, is your first Facebook Live in the group? Is it still here?
I don't know. I went to look for it the other day. It's like the longest 2 minutes you've ever seen. And it's like, you can see up my nostrils and it's bad lighting and I'm like rambling about nothing. It was so funny. And I think I blamed you for it. I was like, so Melanie's making me do that. It was so funny. I love looking back at it because I had no story to tell. And I remember that because I actually got in trouble from my boss for having a second job, because I was trying to make ends meet. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I actually thought I wanted to buy a small business. So I went to work for that business. And then I realized, holy Hannah, the boss works more than everyone else and makes less and has way more risk and is kind of a jerk. I don't really want to do this. So I wanted a way that I could, quite frankly, be like Melanie. How many of you guys are like, whatever Melanie has, I want some of that, like sparkly unicorn, like travel the world energy. That's what I wanted.
Way better.
Yeah, it was so crazy. And I remember you asked me this question and I fought you guys. I've been known to be a little sassy at times. We haven't met. Hi, my name's Shanda. I come with a lot of sass. And she says, well, why do people buy from you? I sold radio advertising to small business owners. And I said, feature, benefit, feature, benefit, feature, benefit. She's like, that's why people buy radio advertising. Why do they buy it from you? I was like, because I'm the one that knocks on their door. She's like, there's so many other advertising reps in your city. It's not because of that. What is it that makes you different? What is it that makes you special? What is it that you bring to the table? And quite frankly, I didn't know because I didn't see myself as special. I didn't see myself as different. I didn't see myself as an asset to that company. I saw myself as a pain in the butt who was just burnt out and exhausted. And quite frankly, everyone kept trying to like tell me I wasn't enough in some way, shape, or form. Don't do it this way. Don't do it this way. Don't do it this way. When I do something good, even that's not right. I just felt like I couldn't do it. Like I just wasn't designed to fit there. Now I figured out, but I just thought it was because there was nothing special about me. And so I had a really hard time with that question, but learning how to tell my story, my values, my desires, my mission, my vision. And, it took a long time before my actual content got good, but my messaging started getting good. It started getting compelling. And then what started happening as I started to utilize and implement my brand strategy, which was to be me and to be known for all the things that I love and was passionate about in my job and in my life. And when I went out there, people started asking, they're like, what is this thing you're doing? What is it about? And then depending on who they were, their relationship to my boss, and the likelihood of them being a client at the radio station or in my side hustle, I would explain it a little bit differently, but basically I would use that as an opportunity to book a meeting. And so what it did is it piqued their curiosity. It got them connected to me as a human, and then it made them lean in and get curious. So I had a chance to do strategy calls, coffee meetings, and or introduce them to what I was doing. And so it really created this space where they felt like they could trust me, but they wanted to know what I was up to. And so it was a perfect curiosity building season. And I kind of stick with it now. People still are like, what do you do? I'm like, great question. When do you want to Zoom?
But that's the key, right? It's like, you guys, you don't need to be posting your product. You don't need to be posting your company. You don't need to be posting whether it's radio advertising or vitamins, I don't care what it is. You have to be telling a story, right? And a story that connects with your consumer in a way that makes them say, I want that. I want more of that. And you literally nailed the third point, which is so crazy, guys, because this was not pre-planned, but it's like, you have to be you. If you want your content to go viral, if you want your brand to be known, you have to be you. You have no idea how many times people tell me I should sit down, shut up, be more quiet, be less bold, be less sassy, don't wear pink slippers on stage. You know, like all the things that I'm known for. And yet, guess what? I turn around and guess what my tribe likes? My tribe likes bossy, sassy, pink slippered Melanie. That's what they like. So you guys, you know, when you think about what you're trying to accomplish online, what you're trying to build online, what your brand is about, I want you to think about if you were just being you and that was all you had to be to have people like you and want to do business with you and be attracted to you, what you're doing, what would that person say or do? Right? And it took a long time. I mean, I watched, Shanda, your transformation going from what does everybody think, literally, like what does my boss think, what does my work think, what does my family think, what does everybody think, to don't really care what anybody thinks, right? Like it takes a, you know, hot minute. Obviously, you still post valuable content, you're still giving your time, your energy, all your gifts, all of those things. It's beautiful. But what happened for you when, because I saw it, you know, in the journey of all of this, I've seen year one momentum group was like, I don't know what I don't know. Just the basics of like learning, like the basics of posting and when to post and what to post and how to post. And like you said, the content was not bad. It wasn't fantastic. And now to where you're like getting 12,000 views on Reels and like, you know, people reaching out to you on social media every day. And, you know, what was the process for you of being you? Because I don't know, it's pretty hard to articulate what getting to know yourself can actually do for you, right? But yet I feel like the women that are with us in the Momentum Group, in the CEO Business School, even in the Financial Fitness Academy that's going on right now, you know, you see people getting to know themselves, getting to understand, right? So I want you to talk about, you know, what was that process for you? And are there certain, what's bubbled to the surface, I guess, like that you're like, no, this is what I stand for. This is what I stand against, and what propels your content.
Yeah, I love that. So anybody else a people pleaser or recovering people pleaser who like cared what people think or, you know, maybe what they thought of us? If you are, drop it in the chat, because that was like me to a T. I just wanted everyone to like me. I just wanted to be friends. I just wanted people around. I wanted a space where I could play and be myself. And truthfully, by pleasing them, it meant that I was performing, which meant it wasn't genuine, which means they couldn't fall in love with me. And so when I started social media, it was really scary because I was scared of losing my job. I was scared of not being able to pay my bills. I was paying credit cards with credit cards. Putting money into investing into anything was terrifying. But I literally just got to a place where I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something. This is not working. So I decided that I was going to give it a shot because I kind of wanted to be more bold and bossy and sassy and silly and wear pink slippers, which I'm literally doing right now. Just have to.
She is actually wearing them.
So I wanted more of that, and I didn't know how to get it, but I could see that Melanie had it. And so I decided to trust her. And that was really hard for me because I'm not that personality that when someone says, hey, trust me, like that's not the thing that I lean in on. No, there's even, you know, I analyze every decision I make. And so I was over analyzing my posts and I was over editing. And then I would do these big, long, wordy write-ups, and then there'd be 2 likes and I'd beat myself up about it. And so I was really nervous. And so for me, what I realized I needed is I was bolder in Melanie's presence. I felt more confident in the community of people that were also there. And I needed a safe place where I could fail. I needed someone, and even literally like last month, I posted something and I was like, oh my God, I posted a thing and there's 5,000 views in less than an hour. And it was kind of sassy. And Melanie's like, good, they needed to hear it. And I was like, oh God, because I'm like feeling like, whew, I've got some feelings about this one. And she's like, maybe attack the behavior a little less and the common enemy a little more. Like there's some learning here for sure, but like whatever, the content at its core was really coming from a place of truth, and you're a truth speaker, and I'm proud of you for just executing on what you thought. Also, apparently, some people wanted to see it. And it was intimidating in those moments when you step out and you get bolder and you start using your voice and you start trying new things and start trying things on, and you do the ridiculous stuff. Cause like I sing to Ariel, the Little Mermaid now in crop tops. Like, what is this? I didn't wear a bathing suit a year ago. Like, I'm so serious. I have tried so many new things. Literally, it was last May. It was May 2021. I was like, Melanie, I don't know if I should go, and I don't want to go to the pool. I'm not really comfortable in a bathing suit. And she's like, okay, I'm wearing a Speedo from Costco, full body bathing suit. Like there's not a more modest bathing suit on the planet. And she's like, you're being ridiculous. And then I got another one piece that went up a little bit on the sides, like on the hips. I was like, this is too, I can't. She's like, you are ridiculous. And she's like, this is crazy. And now I'm like on social media in a bikini, and I'm like, what happened to this girl? And so it was just this process of like having someone who was like, get it, girl, even when no one said like, even when it felt weird, even when it was awkward, even when I didn't feel pretty, even when I saw other people that were younger than me or fitter than me doing something different, even when I was trying something new that maybe I didn't even like. There's posts that I make and I'm like, I don't like that. I was like, Shanna, whatever. Like, it's content. Everything is content. Like, geez. So, and I just, because we're in this judgment-free zone full of mentorship support and people who are more impressed with effort and creativity and putting yourself out there than with perfection and performance and results, it really gave me this space where I could try, and I could try on new hats. And literally, it was a year and a half ago, I was dressed like a skater boy. That's what I wanted to dress like. I was like, I'm going to wear flat brim hats and baggy jeans and plaid. And now I'm like, I want to look like I belong on a beach. And, I've been trying things on with my style. I've been trying things on with my social media. I've been trying things on. I'm like, this week I can't stop singing Disney songs, so I'm going to do Disney. And this week I just want to like yell at the system that has everyone broke and beating themselves up and thinking there's something wrong with them, when we're all absolutely beautiful, divine beings that are designed to be sovereign and wealthy. And the fact that we've been taught to shrink and shut up pisses me off. So I get mad. And then there's other days where I'm like, I want to lip sync to silly things. And it's just different. And I'm following my intuition now, and I'm leaning in on that. And because of that, it shows people that I'm allowed to mess up, and so are they, that I'm allowed to be me, and so can they. And literally it gave me a space to learn just that, Tom, learning how to monetize it and learning how to show up in it, and being able to do it in a way where I'm not like, here's my product, here's my feature, here's my benefit. It was just an energy of, let's go do life in a big, bold way together. And then people come to me, and I have a myriad of businesses that I can share with them. And because they trust and know me, whatever resource it is that I decide to share with them, they tend to trust it. And so, Tom, that's a really good question. Monetizing it is all about learning how to create content, learning how to engage with other people's content in a way that makes them want to engage with you. Oh, it's Sue. Okay, well, you guys are sharing a Facebook. See how confusing that brand is?
That's awesome.
Maybe we should see you in the Momentum group.
Yes, Sue, we need to have you with your own name. And I want to add to that, when you're thinking about monetizing your social media, like Instagram, we have multiple streams of income, right? So one of the things that Shanna is touching on, and I want to dive a little bit deep into, just so you guys get a picture, is that, we have multiple things for people to engage with, right? So some people want to learn about business and branding. Some people want to learn about how to monetize social media. Some people want to learn about, we teach trading. We don't teach trading. We have a platform. We have a vendor that teaches trading. You do not want me to teach you how to trade. I'm learning. We teach how to invest in crypto. We teach how to build an online business. There's health products, there's travel, there's all kinds of things. And so how you monetize is by having systems or programs that will pay you, like becoming a certified coach, which she's creating an empire. That's a way for you to use our content to train clients. You're a certified coach, so you're the one walking them through, giving the support, helping them find stuff, doing the thing, but the content's doing the teaching and heavy lifting. So that would be a way to monetize your social media, right? If you were a certified coach, which she's creating an empire, and somebody wanted to learn about paying off debt or how to create multiple streams of income, they could take the Financial Fitness Academy. When they enroll, you get paid, right? So it's about creating a brand that has multiple streams of income inside of that brand that allows for you to post content that attracts your ideal client, and then you convert them into a paying client with whichever program, and here's the key, is right for them. And that's what, Shanda has learned to do so well. It's that she's not selling what's right for her. She's actually providing a solution for the client's problem, right? So if you need to make more money, right, we have a solution. If you need to learn how to brand yourself online, we have a solution. If you want discount luxury travel, we have a solution. If you want to learn how to make your money grow in the markets, we have a solution, right? If you want to learn how to create momentum in your business, if you're a coach or a consultant or a network marketer, we have a solution. And so because we are solution oriented, we can honestly get on with people, find out what's the right fit, and then have them engage with that content. So that's the best kind of, in a nutshell, picture that I can give you. But you're not going to start with 16 things. Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about, when Shanda started, she had one thing. That was it, just one thing. And then we added a second thing, and then she became a coach, and then we added a third thing, right? And so talk to me, Shanda, we have a few minutes left to the half hour mark where we want to wrap up. But I saw a shift in your branding, and I saw you really, take on the expert in the niche, or I guess adding to your niche would be a better way to say it, but an expert as a certified coach. Mm-hmm. What has being a certified coach done for you? Public facing, right? Yes, okay, there's paychecks. Yes, there's that stuff, but what has it done for you confidence-wise in the market? Like, what's happening there?
Yeah, well, one of the things that can be kind of interesting is if anyone's ever suffered with imposter syndrome, it's been a big, again, the people pleasing. Am I good enough? Who am I? So when I went through the process of becoming certified as a coach, I first of all was like, okay, I can do this because the content made sense to me. The certification didn't feel heavy. I was not a good student in school. So it felt like, oh, maybe this is my lane. Like, it was really encouraging. And then the test was open book, which is so my thing. I do not want to have to memorize all the details. But it really got me thinking about how much more just having that certification could serve to the world. And then what I did is I realized that if someone's a certified personal trainer, or they're a certified, what's another example? It was specifically a personal trainer that inspired me, because you can work out with super buff people, but if they have a certification, that changes things. And so I realized that I didn't really own it for a minute. It took me a little bit to say, oh my gosh, I'm a certified financial fitness coach. Like, I literally have a certification in teaching women how to build businesses, brands, and bank accounts they love, that travel with them wherever they go, so they can be debt-free and live on their own terms, and teach their children in their communities how to do the same thing. That's freaking cool. That's cool. Get a better job than that. And I get to say what I want, when I want, to who I want. And if they don't want to hang out, then that's cool. It was just this really beautiful experience. And so it gives me credibility in the marketplace. When people ask, what do you do? I can say I'm a certified financial fitness coach. And actually, I specialize in helping people get businesses, brands, and bank accounts they love. I have several different resources for that. But if you'd like, I'd offer you a strategy call. And I literally had a lady reach out to me just the other day. And she's like, I've been looking for a financial coach, and I found you online. I wasn't sure if I wanted a business coach or a financial coach, but your content really resonated with me. Can you tell me about how you got into being a financial coach? I said, well, I needed a coach. So I got a coach, and then she let me be certified. So I took her certification, and now I help other women the same way she helped me. She's like, oh, that's amazing. I think I need to do that. And so it was this really cool moment of like just owning that position, but it's kind of like borrowing Melanie's credibility. Like I didn't have to have it all figured out because she's done the courses, she hosts the mastermind, she does the branding packages, like she's got the CEO school. Like I just have to be the connector and be the face, right? Go out there and speak boldly about what I believe is possible and how traditional trade time for money dynamics don't work. And so it really put me in this position of authority, gave me the sense of confidence. It also gave me something to describe to my friends and family who have no idea what I do. And it really gave other people confidence in my ability. And I, got to basically borrow your experience and expertise and genius. It was awesome.
And now, I mean, we have over 80 coaches, guys. We have the Financial Fitness Academy happening right now. If you're in the Financial Fitness Academy in the last couple of weeks, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat, because I was on today, and to hear the questions and see the results people are getting and the way that they're able to shift their lives, it's like that. Like it's so cool to see that happening. Now, we did a really special thing, guys, and I honestly, like, we have not officially announced it, but we have done a very special package for the holiday season. We knew that you guys are hungry for learning how to pay off your debt, create multiple streams of income, build a brand online, monetize your social media, the questions that we've heard here tonight, what Shanda, the journey that she's been through. And so for a very, very limited time, and I'm talking limited time, we have actually put together a bundle for those of you that want to take advantage of the Black Friday special that's coming up. I'm just going to drip it out right now. You can't sign up tonight. You cannot sign up tonight, but you can book a strategy call. And here's what I want you to hear. If you are willing to explore the possibilities for yourself, we have created a holiday bundle that's going to give you a year-long mastermind program. It's going to give you the coach certification top package. It's going to give you the planner, the Financial Fitness Academy, the university, and a lot more. It's over $38,000 worth of value. And guys, this price, I can't even tell you that, it's never going to be this cheap again, ever, period, case closed. So you're going to get full access. But what you can do to figure it out, whether it's a fit for you, what the next step is for you, is book a strategy call, and we will get on with you and figure out if that is the very next step for you. I'm going to tell you guys that it's literally like 80% off, or 85%. I think it's 87% off the price. So it is literally, I put up my Christmas tree. I put up my Christmas tree and I'm like, it's Christmas. So literally, guys, in the last couple of days, that's all I've been doing. So I just wanted to be able to share Shanda's journey with you tonight, because I think that people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in 3 to 5 years. And I know that that might not be encouraging for you, because of course we live in a microwave society and everybody wants everything right now and they don't want to have to wait and all the things. But if you start today, Shanda's retired living in Panama. She was in a beige cubicle hating her life, actually physically hating her life, right? And she was doing everything she knew how to do to get ahead. She was so on the path of success, the world standards, and who she's become now, who she's transformed into, the people she's helped. I saw Grace, right? Grace is on here tonight. Grace is here because of Shanda, right? So you guys understand that your life, wherever you are at right now, it might be fine. That's fine. And it might be good. It might even be great. But what could you do to give back and leave an impact? Where is your influence, and are you able to leave an impact? And that's really what we're after. We want to impact 1 million women's lives with the story of financial freedom for them to become sovereign financial beings. You know, guys, I'm married. Greg and I do our money together, but also I'll be fine whether he's here or not. And that's important to me. I want, you know, women are looking for generally looking for security, right? That's how we're wired for that, right? And significance, but security. The reality is that we can't look for our security in somebody else or another job or even the government. That's not our security. Our security comes from knowing what Shanda said. You guys heard her say it, that we're divine sovereign beings, and we have the right and the privilege and the birthright, in my opinion, to become wealthy beyond measure. But we have to learn how to think like the wealthy think. And we have to learn how to brand ourselves so that we can leave an impact, right? Influence creates impact. So how influential do you want to become? And you don't have to be a social media superstar to do that, but you do have to learn to put your message together in a way that allows for you to show up as you, be authentically you, fall in love with you, find out what's important to you, and then monetize that moving forward so that your work becomes your play and your play becomes your work. Because then it doesn't matter if you're working or playing, and you can do it from anywhere in the world, right? So I just wanted to share with you guys, we are open for strategy calls. This is a very, very limited offer, like limited. It's a limited time. It's during the holiday season. So go ahead, click the link for booking your call. Get in there. It'll either be with me or Shanda personally. Both of us are taking calls right now. And we'll go over, you know, what the holiday bundle looks like, what your next steps are. What are your goals for next year? You guys, we are like 6 weeks away from the end of the year. What? It's like, what is happening, right? What is your 2023 going to look like? And I put these earrings on very specifically. I don't know if you guys can see these, but these are bullets from Africa. So these are built by women in war-torn countries in Africa, and they pick up the bullets from the war zone that is in their village, and they make jewelry and then they sell it. So if these women can turn bullets into money, I'm pretty sure you can in the greatest, most abundant nations in the world. No war in our backyard, visible anyways. No, you know, threat of our children being stolen, like out of our huts while we sleep at night. We can empower each other. We can do it. And I wear these earrings as a reminder that we have a choice in life. We can make lemonade out of lemons, or we can just accept the lemons. And I feel like tonight, the call to action is, it's your season for lemonade. If you've been stuck, if you've been, you know, in this place of how am I going to change, or I've been trying and it's not working, or I have debt that I can't pay off, or I don't know how to build a brand, or I've been trying to build my network marketing business, is not working. I've been trying to build my coaching business, or I want to do something different, but I don't know what to do. This is your chance to change that. 2023 can be your year. It can be. And you just have to do what Shanda did. I'm so proud of you, Shanda. 5% will ever stick long enough to make it happen. I would say 1% would stick long enough to make it happen. And you've done that. And I cannot wait to see you become a billionaire. I'm so excited. So with that, guys, thank you for being here. Get your call booked. Thanks Shanda for volunteering her time to be here because she doesn't have to. I want you guys to know that there is a time and a place to take action, and that action takers are money makers, period. Action takers are money makers. So get your call booked. We will see you next week on the event. We have a Christmas party coming up. We have all kinds of cool stuff. If you have not enrolled in the Financial Fitness Academy and you want to do that, drop FFA in the comments and we'll make sure you get the link for that. It's not too late to join in the fun. We're having a party over there. And look forward to 2023 because literally, guys, we are going to blow the roof off this thing. We are looking to create. If you want 6 figures in 2023, take action. With that, be blessed. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.